Hello, welcome back to Bean and Nothingness. We're out of the island of blobs. We have one level unfinished, but I'll get back to that when I feel like it. Right now, it is time for a new island. It says Island of Ice here because I took a little peek at the final puzzle in Island of Ice as well, this one. But I'm also giving up on this one. So, it is time to head to a new island, and this will be island number 7, this one down here. Let's see if we can go back there and check out that area. So that will be down here. So this island of blobs, I think further down is island of... Yeah, this one. Let's do this. Okay, let's read everything in here. Someone is clearly keeping food in here. The drawers are covered in crumbs. This cabinet is filled with trash, mostly empty microwave dinner boxes. Is this, oh. Okay. I'm guessing this is Frank's room. This shrine was built relatively recently to look like the others elsewhere in the temple. To look like, huh? Are these boxes? Yeah. This box is filled with books. Most of them have bean somewhere in the title. Oh, sorry. Most of them have the word bean somewhere in the title. I thought this was some weird pun on the word B-E-N, but no, it's just the word bean. There's a large stain on this tapestry that looks like it might be peanut butter. Is this Frank's room? Michelle's room, maybe? Colin and I have been working so hard on a new monster that we still have a name for it. Carl thinks we should name it after ourselves, but I have to say I don't love it. I guess it's fine until we come up with something better. Okay, so they made a new monster again. Looks like that. From the desk of Carl Eichinger. Okay, I guess there really isn't anyone who owns this room then. Michelle's monster idea is the most promising one yet. Also breaks the straight line rule. Digging mechanism can be repurposed for grabbing reflex. No idea what that means. Simplifies design considerably. Design here more difficult than first. No longer a uniform material. Biological issues at play. 9 tendrils versus 8 perhaps matters less than I thought. More of an aesthetic choice. What? Alright, I guess those are notes on the new monster, which has tentacles. So, that's cool. Cool, okay. Welcome to the what? Sorry, the island of the what now? The Eichinger Kuriyama creature. Okay, and I assume that's the thing that it is. Oh. I have been grabbed. I can't move anymore. Okay, so, okay. There are, in fact, 9 tendrils on that thing and not 8. Did I say tentacles? I meant tendrils. Okay. So we have a lot of bombs. I don't know what that thing does yet, but I can choose to bomb some of these things. Obviously, I'll run out. Oh. Okay, yeah, we got a bean out of this. Uh-huh. Oh, okay. So it's a dispenser, huh? Okay. So you dispense beans, and basically I just gotta keep doing this then. Cool. What? Wait, but I need 2 beans here. Can I do that? I probably can. Yeah, I think what you matter if there are no beans left. So if there are no yellow beans on screen, then you produce a new yellow bean. Okay. So can I do something funny like this? Can I just make a massive bomb chain? I think the answer is yes, I can. Cool. Okay, bean dispenser. It does in fact break the bean rule. Boom. Very big explosion. Okay. Now, I will say that I have seen this monster before, you know, from other playthroughs. I know generally what it does, but I don't know the specifics, so we'll have to learn that together, I guess. Okay, cool stuff. Looks like there are dispensers in multiple colors as well. Oh, okay, I didn't mean to step into this. I'll come back later. Let's read. Field notes. Michelle, this thing's terrifying. Where in the world could you have gotten this idea from? Yeah, where, right? Alright, so let's see. We start with 5 puzzles. We can do mass production, old grabby 9 fingers, and then a couple 2 beans. Alright. I guess we do the 1 beans first. Old grabby 9 fingers. This thing has 9 fingers. It grabs. I have to walk in, go through without any of these guys. We got roller here, bomb. Okay. And my goal is what? I want to get rid of you, and then 2 bombs here. Actually, no, 3 bombs here should get the trick done. So I just need to destroy you. You give me 3 yellow beans, which can be converted into 3 bombs. Okay. So goal is to get a bomb through that can destroy you. but in this area. And you are important because... What happens if I throw a bean into... You don't produce one because I have one, I see. So for example, if this happened... Okay. Then, okay, sure. You get caught. Okay, and... Nothing happens. It's a moving bomb, so it's a bit like a vine, I guess, but it's localized into one spot. Can I bomb this collected... Oh. Wait, what? That releases you. Ah, because you create a bean, right. This bean goes away. You are released because the dispenser dispenses a bean, which I guess completely removes its tendrils, which lets you go. Okay, so then what I would do is, I guess, get the roller down here, and then turn you into a bean, causing you to be... Turn you into a bomb, causing you to be released. And that should get rid of you. Yeah, okay, cool. And that's all I need. Okay. So this level teaches us about releasing and not releasing. Grabbing and releasing. Not releasing? What am I saying? Alright, let's pay a little bit more attention. I'll pay a little bit more attention. Next one, bean puzzle. Mass production. So we need lots of bombs here, 2 bombs specifically, which is 6 beans. And I have the recipe for one of these creatures, but it's grey. So you turn to grey right now. Nothing happens. Okay. Can I shoot you? No. Can I put a bean onto you? Does that trigger you? It turns you... Okay, it turns you blue. Do I want to do that? Maybe. I can also turn you yellow. But I assume turning you yellow is not good because... Yeah, now what do? I can't create a bomb here, so I can't keep producing bombs. Bombs cost a lot more. So maybe the first step is to turn you into a blue. So then I can mass produce blues, right? Yeah, okay. Whoa. That double produces. Why do you produce a blue? Does this count as this blue going away? I guess. Blue goes away, so these both produce blue as a result? Okay. So... This now becomes 3 blues. And can I maybe make them all yellows now? Because I have 3 of these, right? Sure. Yeah. And... Yes? Yes, but I get grabbed. Don't worry, I can step onto this tile, which is not grabbable. Wait, what? Oh, because this guy appears. There's a bean here, so... Wait, what? Wait, I'm very confused. Why doesn't this work? Because there's always a bean on screen. You take in 1 bean. And because these guys don't register a lack of beans, you don't produce anything. But you still... Oh, you don't produce anything either. Fascinating. Okay, that might not be ideal, huh? Okay, let's restart. Got a lot of math going on here, I think. So the output we want is what? 3 yellow beans at once, right? So we need 3 yellow dispensers. Therefore, let's have this middle lane be completely empty so that I can traverse it properly. So that should allow us to produce some stuff. Whoa, that has preference of yellow over blue. Okay, not what I meant to do. I meant to do this. So this situation lets us build this kind of thing. But the problem is that why doesn't that happen for yellow? Is it because I start with a different number of beans? I guess I did start off with well, hard to say. Okay, so can I do this? And why doesn't this produce... Ah, because these are not all primed to be yellow yet. I see. So... this is the one primed to be yellow because I put a yellow bean here. Okay. Meaning potentially what I want is to just prime you as yellow first. And then do the same here. Prime you as yellow. But don't I miss now? Because the third one can't be primed as yellow. Because, yeah, none of these produce anything. I still have one bean left. So I need to somehow... do I have 2 beans here? Hold on. I have 2 beans here. Is that a thing I can... is that good? No, right? No. I need to end up with 0 beans on my hand when I put down the last bean. What? Okay. Cool. Is there anything math to do with this puzzle at all? Or do I just need to keep trial and erroring? Do I need to keep trial and erroring to get this right? So, okay. Suppose I wanted to end with exactly 0 beans. My last bean has to be on its own. So that is to say... I might need 4 dispensers. Because I need 1 extra place to place a bean, I think? Yeah, let's do it like that. So... oops. Okay. So 4 dispensers. So we have 1 here. We turn you into this. And of course we produce the dispensers for yellow. Yeah, sure. But we also need to produce 2 more, right? As in 2 more yellow dispensers. So I'll grab 1 from you and produce a 4th one. So the reason why the previous one didn't work is because I had an extra bean. So I need to somehow get rid of the extra bean, and I think this can act as somewhat of a disposal unit. Yeah, okay. But we might be missing something now. Because we now have a 4th bean that we are not going to get rid of. However, I can get rid of it with a 5th dispenser, right? Yeah, okay, wow, that is insane. But you know what? Sure. I don't know how I got there, but I got there in the end. There you go. What a puzzle. Was there any math to that? I want to know if there's any math to that, because if I need to perform that kind of math calculation all over again, then I want to be ready to be able to do that. Okay, that was a tough 1 bean. Let's see what the 2 beans are like. Let's go clockwise from unusual retrieval, why not? Kind of irks me a little bit that this pathway doesn't actually lead into the puzzle. But okay. Funny, I guess. So, this activates that. Unusual retrieval. I need to unusually retrieve a I need to unusually retrieve a yellow bean. There's 2 ways to do that. Okay, it makes sense that a bomb goes here and I grab this bean. But why? I don't know how that would work. I have potentially 1 dispenser and 1 red bean for a bomb. Okay. I have an idea. What if... What if... How do I do this? So there's been a thing that I keep wanting to try, and it's to get a vine to grab past a bean. So let's say I have a vine here. I want to grab past the bean. So I want there to be a red bean here and grab past. So that I want there to be a red bean underneath you. And the reason for that is because that will allow me to make multiple beans into a valid recipe. So for example, if there were a red bean under your arm right now, when you pull your yellow bean back, it would form a valid recipe here, and I could turn this into a bomb, specifically at this position, so I can push this way. And I think that might be the idea that I want, right? Yes, and the dispenser should be able to do that for me, because the dispenser produces beans. So here, a vine could grab from past the dispenser, and then the dispenser could somehow create a red bean here. Of course, I need this to be an actual red dispenser first. And so should this work? Will this work? So when I turn you into a dispenser, you become... You will create a red bean. Yes, I think that's what I want. So there'll be a red bean here and a yellow bean here. One grabbed by the arm and one on the dispenser. I can turn you into a bomb. And that should be good enough, I think. Ooh, okay, no. Ooh. That's kind of nasty. I don't like that. Okay, maybe I have to be on the other side, maybe? Okay, let's say I'm on the other side. Don't get caught. Okay. Okay. Cool. We're now past the vine. I was a bit scared of the vine grabbing me from here, but apparently the timing works out just right. We have yellow bean and we can get in there. Cool. So for the first time, that's possible. I have been thinking about it ever since Vine Island. I think that was one of the puzzles where it would be solved pretty easily if that were possible. But only at this point can I do that sort of weird trick. And that is why that is so unusual, that retrieval. Very cool. Okay, so we're going clockwise, right? This will be the next puzzle. Eikinger's machine. Eikinger invented this, huh? Okay. Yeah, okay, it's an alternator. Okay, well I like alternators. Why not a bucket back and forth here? Okay, yeah, bucket back and forth. Hitting another bucket that goes back and forth. So I want that to be a dispenser here. A dispenser that dispenses blue beans. And then that'll be a bucket that goes back and forth. At the same time, a cloud turns you into a bucket. So what happens is that you bounce back and forth, you keep getting pushed in here to activate this. Cloud keeps turning this into more buckets, and this bucket keeps pushing buckets onto this button. That looks right. That's a machine. Okay. Yeah, this idea was very simple to pull off. Okay, cool. Now, I don't know how easy it would have been for me to solve that puzzle completely unaided, but having solved a lot of Baba as you before, alternates are very common in that game. So, yeah, alternators are very easy to pull off. And I think, like, in that game, there is this keyword has, which is when an object dies, it creates something else in its place. That is very integral to creating some alternators, which is basically what happens here. Although in a slightly different order. Alright, moving on. Got one more 2-bean puzzle in this area. Cross the line. Okay, that activates you. I need to blow you up with a bomb. Jeez, what are these recipes? Cloud can be here, but why do I want a cloud there? No idea. We can't retrieve any of those because no vine. We only have roller and bomb. This is an interesting thing. How would I blow this up? I have one dispenser, probably going to be for making yellow beans. Yeah. What is a roller going to do for me? Blockage, perhaps? Maybe. Okay. Let's put a dispenser here. This is probably the least disruptive of the places. Turn you into a yellow. Ah, I can't create more yellow beans unless you're a cloud. Okay. So I have to turn you into a cloud to create yellow beans. And that will be much of our issue, is that I can't bring things back and forth anymore. But a roller can't block my way because there's only one space here for me to walk through. Okay. So I need bombs in all of these positions. 2 bombs here, 2 bombs here. But I can't bring a bomb through yet. What is a roller going to help me do? A roller can't help me smuggle anything. A roller can't block anything either. Well, oh no, I was gonna say, if I could put the creature here, then you can shoot at here and create a bomb and I can push in multiple directions, but that is not possible because this is tiled. It also doesn't explain how I would get a bomb here or there. So it has to be on one of the sides, one of each side. Yeah, the creature has to be on one of the 2 sides. Now, I'm not sure if there's a preference over one or the other. Of course, if I did this right now, it would be extremely easy to get this cleared, but not the other side. So let's do this. I'll grab you, turn you into a bomb. What? Oh, you are number 2, I see. The yellow bean is number 2. And of course, that will clear you, and it's extremely easy to put something down here as well. And I have a lot of beans left, but the problem is... well, there won't be a problem if I used a roll to get another yellow bean here. Aha! That is how I get yellow bean through. A roller rolls in this direction and ends up here, then gets blown up, causing a yellow bean to basically be smuggled past this point. Okay. So that means that the red bean has to have been in this section of the puzzle to begin with. That is easy. Oh, right. Here first. So the easy part is to put all the bombs in place. And I need to open the gate by putting another bomb here, which is also not a problem. This part, now I need to put a roller here and roll through. And then destroy it with a bomb. There will now essentially be a yellow bean here, which is fine. I was gonna say that would mess up you, but obviously that won't be a problem because you'll become a bomb instantly. You will become a second bomb that will just blow up this bomb in a chain, and that should solve the puzzle. There you go. Cool, that was very nice. I think we've seen that idea before of using a roller to transport goods across in its recipe. So yeah, not too uncommon of a mechanic. Geez, what does this map look like? Alright, there's another section here I've not yet explored. It looks like I can walk there right now though. The altar's right there, cool. Alright, what is this? Field notes by Michelle. They turned out so creepy and fun. There was something I would have drawn in my notebook while I was being all dark and goth in high school. It's nice to have something turn out well for a change after turning the power on in the temple. Sorry, I need to read this properly. It's nice to have something turn out well for a change. After turning the power back on in the temple has been such a big nothing. After turning the power back on in the temple has been such a big nothing? Okay, I feel like there's been like a repeat of clauses there, but sure. I've still got one last idea for the repowering project before I give up though. Okay. So... Ooh, what is this? This is fun. A rainbow. I don't see any purple beans though. So it's almost a rainbow. It's 6 colors out of 7. Okay. So the story progresses. Apparently, after the power on in the temple didn't do anything, they decided to go back to making monsters. And Michelle has a final idea of her own. For the death of Carl Eichinger, Michelle is convinced Sorry, Michelle has me convinced that her idea of turning the power on in the temple has to work. Imagine the opportunities this will open up for our research. We won't have to worry about our generator overheating every time we want to use one of the teleporters. And getting Charlene on board should be easy. Finally, we have a research idea that actually saves the project money. Cool. Yeah, oh my goodness. Some of these puzzles look so jokey. Look at that. Look, oh my god, how many clouds do you have there? Oh, what is this? This is tiny. Okay. That is a long puzzle, yeah, okay. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to step into you. But unfortunately, it's going to leave a big mark on you now. Sure, whatever. This place doesn't seem to have a lot of reading to do, huh? It's only like 2 tables, or 3. 3 tables, one by Frank, one by Michelle, and one by Charlene. We haven't seen Charlene say much so far. But I'm assuming that's because Charlene is doing a lot in terms of the logistics aspect of the project. Okay. Do we have time to solve a bit more puzzle? Yeah, we have time to solve maybe one more. Let's see if there's a 2-beam puzzle left for us to solve. There are a couple. So there's stoplight, and there is long narrow road. Alright, let's try those. We'll start with stoplight. Whoa, big zoom out. And I can see why. Red, yellow, green, so stoplight indeed. We have only 2 monsters, 1 roller and 1 bomb. Here we need 3 bombs, I think. 1 to blow up this and then 2 more for a chain onto this. So 3 bombs. Okay. Geez, what is this setup? Also, what is that? I don't know. I can walk through here first to examine. Okay, these activate these as expected. Okay. So red being here kind of prevents this from ever becoming a red. I don't know how I'm gonna get you out. It seems like this red can never become anything, right? It's just a red forever. I can't put anything there or I can't retrieve it. So you can never be... Wait, that doesn't... Okay, sure, I guess. We have a red bean here and a red bean here. What happens if I pull you out? You become a grabby again. Okay. I don't want to do that just yet. I have access to this. So... if I got a green and a yellow together, this becomes a yellow because we then run out of yellows. That plus this will then cause this to be a yellow and this to be a green because we then run out of greens. And that will produce our 3rd bomb. Yeah, okay. So 1 bomb from here and here. The next yellow will produce a 2nd bomb for us. And a 3rd bomb when these guys both become another bean. And at no point will this ever be ungrabby. Yeah, because there is no way to turn you into something else. So you'll always exist as a bean, you'll never produce a new bean, you will always be a grabby thing. Okay. But we could use you as a... Well, what could I use you for? Again, you can't ungrab, so there's basically no way to get you to release anything once something is caught. Can I shoot while I'm stuck in here? I can't shoot either. Ooh. Alright, so that is more restrictive than I thought. You cannot shoot from here either. So even worse than a vine, I guess. Because from a vine, at least you can shoot in different directions. You can push as well. Meaning that in a vine, you can get things to happen for a vine to unlatch you. But unless you have a time machine going on, this can never actually grab and release. Although it can if I have a timed machine, which I assume will be a puzzle element soon. Okay. Yeah, I think the reason why is because this like kind of wraps around you entirely, so your arms get stuck. Whereas a vine, I guess, grabs only your waist. So your arms are free to do whatever. Sure, let's think about it that way. So our first goal is to get this yellow bean. Right, because I need to turn you into a bomb for you to become another yellow bean. Sure, I can step in here, but I can't leave. At all. So I can grab you, I can turn you into a bomb. Maybe I can blow you up? Is there a point in doing that? Yeah, okay, let's try that. Let us try... grabbing a bomb, blowing you up, by having a roller roll into you. That's a bit tougher than I thought it would be to do, because how will that happen? Maybe on the other side? Is that possible on the other side? Because once I grab you, you can't do anything anymore. You kind of become grabby again. Ew, I don't like that either. Yeah, what? Okay, so what if I did it the other... I can't do it the other way around. What if... Oh, no, but you will release a yellow once I turn you into a bomb. Okay. So what I want... Wait, but... I can only turn you into a bomb once I'm in here. Right? So bomb... You get released, but I can't leave anyway. Wait, okay, so what am I doing now? I was thinking of maybe using this line of sight to help me with something. So like if I had 2 red beans here, I could get a roller to roll in, then push a bomb in myself, and then the roller could smack into this, and then this could explode. I don't know how that works. Like, does a trapped bomb also explode? Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. I wouldn't know because I haven't tried it yet. Although one thing I do want to try out as well is, does a roller kill me while I'm trapped? Yes. Okay, so it seems to roll into the monster, which does kill me in the process. And of course, this would never ungrab because you exist, whereas you will ungrab. So it's kind of like, here things would be better, but here I don't have a yellow bean, so obviously I can't do anything here. Okay. Title doesn't help me do anything. Title just describes my situation. Maybe this can help? Why would that be useful? I don't know, it would... Wait, what's under you? Nothing. Wait, you don't grab? Yeah, you produce a bean, but at this point you're not grabbing anything. Huh. Why? You don't have any beans on you. So you're free to grab, but you don't. Okay, but when you roll out of the way, then you start grabbing. Okay, so maybe it's a pressure thing. You maintaining pressure on the creature causes it to not curl up and grab, I guess. Yeah, that's valid, I would say. Okay, this doesn't help though. What am I doing here? What am I doing here? Hold on. So, I still have green and red. But this almost acts as its own one-way. Because unless this is gone, right, this becomes grabby, and I don't think I have a way to get out of it. Do I? It seems unlikely that I do. I don't think I will have a way to get out of this thing. Uh-huh. I can get you to roll in here and roll up and follow me, but there's no point because I might as well just create the roller in here. I can't get a roller to roll here because... Well, I mean, it would get trapped, but I can only do it from here, otherwise I get killed in the process. You can get trapped here, but that doesn't help. Yeah, you get trapped. Nothing happens. I don't think pushing is available here. I get trapped here, which is bad. And this only becomes non-grabby when I create a bomb here. So that almost certainly requires me to be in here. Do I want this? So maybe what if I left the green bean on? Grab both red beans. Yes, that leaves you pressurized. Then I can do something like this. And then do that. No. I have a better idea. These can be up here. That's what I wanted. I wanted a roller here. There. So pressurizing this with a green bean allows me to basically make you nullified as a one-way. Now I can turn you into a bomb, trap the bomb, but before I do that, turn you into a roller. And that should get rid of you, maybe? Yes. Oh, wow. This thing is indestructible, I guess. Also, wait, what? That does not save me. But it is interesting that that happens, okay. Ah, what if I did it the other way around? Where I get a roller trapped. And then blow you up. Okay, that pressurizes you by leaving beans on you. And now I have a yellow bean with me. So I can pull off the same thing again, maybe? Okay, let's say I pull off the exact same thing again by doing it here. What is the difference now? Ah, the difference is that you are released when I create a bomb. Because that will cause you to release, right? Yes. Maybe that's a good thing? Actually, I think that is a good thing. Okay, so let's create the bomb here. Whatever. Now what I want to do is I just want to create all my bombs. I have all the things I need already. I have the beans for a bomb all outside, and creating every bomb will create new beans which I can use again. So yeah, I'm done. Cool, alright, that solves the puzzle. This one was tough. I feel like this should have been a 3 bean. Because the idea of pressurizing is not very obvious. It doesn't come anywhere in the previous puzzles because pressure, it wasn't really a concept in the previous puzzles. So it's kind of like a new thing people have to discover. Okay, sure. And we're zoomed back in. Yeah, that was honestly quite a monster of a 2-bean puzzle. We'll do Long Narrow Road next. I'll go and take a look at how long it is. Is it the one with the clouds, or am I tripping? Also, how many do I need to solve this? 16. 16 to not solve, but to finish the island. Okay, it is not the one with the clouds. It is a long, narrow road with a roller that's blocking the way. Okay, we'll solve this next episode. Yeah, until next time. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.